Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Here's Mariota. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. And right away he lost the football. Wow.
But a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 2nd and 12, Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
A healthier Kittle was back in his Pro Bowl form in 2021. Even missing 13 games the last 3 years, he's still 2nd among tight ends in yards since his breakout 2018 campaign. Gets another chunk of yards there and a 1st down with that catch.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And a short gain down to about the 33. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. The Niners at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 2nd and 9, Lance. And this one's incomplete. Well, this defense for the Rams, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks. And plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield, but all you're seeing is...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Touchdown. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league. 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Now Stafford.
Got an open man finding Jefferson.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, he obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson.
And the Niners are going to have it here at their own 15. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Ernest Jones, the linebacker, with a sack.
Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I've played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Yeah, absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Lance on target to Samuel for a Niner first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 of the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Now left side on the swing pass.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Come on, 8 yards to go on 2nd down. Throwing now is Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 20-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And Lance now to throw. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Niners have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now a 1st down throw, Stafford.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into It was nearly intercepted.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's the backup Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first two drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
A gain there of 21 yards.
Ready.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. He's already put it on the ground once in this first half. There, no gain, just struggling to get going.
Yeah, and what he needs right now, a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a hole, a big one for him, give him a chance to run a little bit and gain some of that confidence back. He didn't get it on that carry.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 37. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
Shotgun now for Lance.
And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get it.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
Trey Lance, his
his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the 49ers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Gould with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he's got this to Jefferson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the 2nd half.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Starting the 2nd half with a run by McCaffrey. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
68 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the 1st half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the 2nd half.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. Touchdown, 49ers! A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. Let's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one. Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Fourth down, Mayfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Niners take over in terrific field position.
And they'll begin by running the option. Well, you hate that defensively. They had it pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural inclination is to hold on, and that's going to get called every time.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams would take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I had to do a double take on that one, Brandon, because so far in this game, we haven't seen many of his passes fall incomplete.
Fourth down field goal try coming, so Lance is off, and on comes Robbie Gould.
And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Mayfield down. And that is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Mayfield's throw pulled in by Robinson here.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Now Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it, and we saw evidence.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
1st and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
Another shot to at least get on the board here. This is 3rd and goal.
To throw is Mariota. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. Got a man, it's Higbee complete. A great open field tackle that's going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and that will force a turnover on downs. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Lance going to keep it on the option. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the 1st down. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. McCaffrey running up the middle.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And cycle.
They're going option play on 3rd down. Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose.
And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally coughed it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that, going back and watching tape and being able to say we were that close to achieving our goal of 0 turnovers during the game.
A little blemish, but as you say, still comfortably in command. Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Baker Mayfield, a 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Rams are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is down to 24. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. I'm sure the message as they come out onto the field was, hey, take care of the football, because the fumble last possession led to a touchdown. Still a 3-score game, though.
You don't want things to start to snowball. You know, one error leads to another, which leads to another. And then all of a sudden you're fighting for your life down the stretch instead of finishing the game in style, which is what they're trying to do on this drive.
It would be a pretty amazing comeback, but we've seen crazier things happen in the National Football League.
We certainly have.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do. Late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
The last run got 3, now here's 2nd and 7.
Off the option, here's McCaffrey.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it. And it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this group before, you certainly are now after seeing this type of victory from them.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey.
And some room to maneuver. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight is not a...
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now Gould for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. Play fake. Mayfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jason Verrett.
And the Rams will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
A give up the middle to Akers. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
On first down, Cottrell. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
This was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. And it would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were. But don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was safe. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed to be noticed as well, and they played accordingly.
So for San Francisco, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Rams, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to...
It's another one. We got another one. It's her. Who that? Big baby slide through in that drop top. Something about Benz looking cute. That's honest. Her and her friends, big blinks and snatch waist. Yeah, she brought the... Ain't no way.